Bum 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 a clang lang lang a ding along ding dong blue.
Hold up the car, stop the traffic, get out the barricades. It's time for Mickey B's Jukebox Review.
You're with Mickey B right here on the Jukebox Review on Madhouse TV. Another Tuesday night for a fabulous show, and this one is a unique show. Why? Because I have one of the greatest entertainers in Long Island history, a guy that traveled around the country. He's met every star in the business. He's a humanitarian, an entertainer's entertainer. He recorded records. He did some acting. He did commercials and all. And let's welcome him to the show right now, Mr. Ric Mango. Ric Mango, always a pleasure to see you.
Good to see you, Mickey B.
Yeah. I met you when your hair was dark. Today, it's silver.
Well, years ago, I used to look in the mirror and I would see Bon Jovi. Now I look in the mirror and I see Barbara Bush.
Yeah.
It's, you'll start to lose that.
You do resemble Barbara
I
Bush.
do.
As I look at that
I do, especially you see me without a shirt. Even then, I look more
It's
like
amazing.
Barbara.
I think we'll all be turning gray. The other night I was with Tony Orlando. Tony Orlando's all gray now. He's on
Yeah, I
stage.
know. I was just with him at the Waldorf not too long ago
Yeah,
with the Connie
gray
Francis
hair.
thing, and he's getting a little salty and peppy. Yeah.
Everybody's going a little salt and pepper, but they're sounding better than ever. Rick, let's talk a little bit about the history of you. I mean, you got a tremendous history, and this is your life here with Mickey B tonight. Because
Who was that? Somebody Edwards.
Yeah, what was his name? Whatever his name was. We'll find out. We'll have
This
some
is
calls.
your life.
This is your life. Tom? No, not Tom Edwards. Edwards.
Yeah,
Vince
Edwards.
Edwards? No, not Vince Edwards. He was the other guy, Ben Casey. Wasn't he?
Well, you're not going to bring in my school teacher from the third grade or
No,
my
no.
sister Mary from St. Matthews.
First of all, let's talk about where did you grow up? Where were you born?
I was born in Brooklyn,
Uh-huh.
and I lived in Brooklyn until I moved to Valley Stream in the 5th grade. And I lived in Valley Stream the rest of my life until I was married and moved away.
Mm-hmm.
And my career, everything started in Valley Stream.
Yes, in Valley Stream. What high school did you go to?
Valley Stream Central.
Yeah. How did you get into the music business?
I was 3 years old. My mom wasn't a well woman, and my Uncle Pat was a bookie. I guess I can say that now. He's gone a long time.
Yeah.
And he used to take me from bar to bar. But there was a place called a Cozy Tavern in Crown Heights, Brooklyn.
Uh-huh.
And he would put me on the bar with a guitar. I didn't know how to buy strum, and I would sing the Hucklebuck. And, I was a cute kid with curly hair. And people would put money in a fishbowl. And I would take the money home to my mother. And that was like from 3 years, 4 years old, 5 years old. And then when I really started singing, I won a contest for gifted children. What's the word? We didn't have a lot of money, so it was, you couldn't go to these schools.
Mm-hmm.
And I won this contest, and I ended up going to a school in Manhattan for gifted and talented children. And my coach was Telly Savalas, the real Telly Savalas, Who Loves You, Baby? And Telly trained me for a couple of years, and then he put me, my first big show I ever did was Carnegie Hall. I was 10.
I got a nice picture. Let's see if we could get that Telly Savalas picture on there. I think I have it at, let me see, where did I put Telly Savalas? Because I went through with this about 11:30 last night. Clip number 4, here it is. Look at that, Rick, when you had
that wasn't
dark hair.
Yeah, I stayed friends with him through my whole life. That's when I was in Janie Americans at the time of that photograph, and anytime we went through L.A. or anything like that, I would actually stay at his house. He would lend me his Rolls-Royce convertible, and he had a black Stutz Blackhawk, and I used to drive that around. And we were friends until he passed away, which was a great loss for me. He was a good guy.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bounce around with your life history. We're going to come to a little bit more current times. We're going to go back in time. I have a clip here, YouTube clip, when you retired at Westbury Music Fair with Michael Amante that night.
Oh, yeah, June
And you had a
3rd.
whole tremendous show. You sold out the whole theater. We could talk about the Jeannie Remskin Theater. I worked with you, and we sold out that theater in Long Beach. But we'll do one thing at a time. So let's go to Westbury Music Fair. Rick, as he retires that night, watch him on stage with this song.
Sexy, Frankie Valley. Oh boy, watch this. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna touch you so much.
Boy, do I love that right there. My special guest today, Ric Mango, live on the stage, Westbury Music Fair. Rick, how did it feel to go to Westbury for your last performance?
Unbelievable. You know, I've performed in Westbury with Jay Black, 100 times. And I even opened for Jay Black maybe 4 times. But I never, ever did Westbury on my own power. And it was my dream. I mean, it was my dream to one day, be on a ticket as just Ric Mango. And Michael Amante, who's a great talent and a good friend, he called me up and said, Rick, why don't we just split the ticket and, fill a place? And we did, and it was a great night. And you were away working. I was
away.
so
I was
upset.
supposed to be there.
You were in Puerto Rico.
I was in Puerto Rico that
I
time.
hated you for being
Yeah.
away. But, you know, it was my last night, and it came, you know, it came out really, really, really good.
But the one good thing that happened, we'll talk about that, is I was with you at Long Beach as you came back one more time, and we'll talk about that later on. Right now, what I want to talk about is the beginning of your history in the music business. When do you learn to play guitar?
Seriously learned?
Yeah.
I was about, I could play guitar by the time I was about 7 years old.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why. I never took any lessons. I don't know how to read or write music. But I've played on over 100 hit records for all different
Everybody.
artists. Yeah.
Everybody.
Neil Sedaka, Paul Anka, the Everly Brothers, which was one of my highlights. They were probably one of the greatest.
Yeah.
I was in a studio with them, and they just overwhelmed me with their talent.
I
So
have-
did Neil Sedaka.
I have somebody on the phone right now that goes back with you probably to the age of about, you first got started with him, I guess maybe at 15 in the music business. It might have started early as friends.
Who is it?
Paul Greco. Paul, are you on the
Paul
phone?
Greco.
Here I am, yes.
Paul Greco and I met in the 5th grade. The first day I went to school in Valley Stream, I met him.
We were pals in grade school,
Yeah.
and I can vouch that Rick was rocking and rolling back then as well.
Paul, let me ask you a question. When you met, of course, Rick, did you know that your history was going to be in the music business with this guy?
Well, at one point, we just hung into the rock and roll. Rick was the leader. He got everybody started, and we sort of just it unfolded day by day by day, and it led to year by year. And Rick continued on his journey. I decided to take a different path, but Rick and I have stayed close over the years.
Well, let's show this picture of Ricky and the Vassels right now. We got two pictures when you guys were young guys, and there it is right there. Ricky in the middle there with his guitar, and Paul, can you see it on the TV?
Actually, Paul is cut out. He's to the left.
Paul is to the left,
Yeah.
cut out.
Oh, yeah. He's not in the photograph.
What happened
Sorry
to
about
him?
that, Paul.
You wouldn't recognize me now
No.
because my Pomodoro in the front
Yeah?
is now a DA, a deserted area, all the way on top.
Paul, tell me about Ricky and the Vassels. How did you guys get the name, the Vassels? What is a Vassell?
My mother.
Oh yeah, Mama.
My mother gave us the name.
She was the one who was the inspiration. She really got everybody started and motivated, and kept Rick going over the years. And God bless her. I mean, she was all of us in the group. You know, she was the group mom, and just would herd us all in, feed us all. You know, a good Italian mama would feed everybody.
Uh-huh.
God bless her.
She said vassals were the servants to the king, the vassals.
Okay.
But she just made it vassals, you
Yeah.
know. And Ricky and the Vassals just stuck, you know, just stuck.
Paul, you guys made a series of a couple of songs. Can you name a couple of the Ricky and the Vassell songs?
Well, the one that stands out the most was Lorraine.
Right.
One that he wrote for his sweetheart, and the lady he is still married to,
And you did you did his girl, right?
as well. Yes.
Yeah, his girl. He only did 2 songs.
Uh-huh. Well, I'll tell you what we want to do right now. Let's listen to it. Let's go to Ricky and the Vassels on a song called Lorraine. And maybe you can even mouth it along there, Rick,
I
as
will
you sing there, right?
sing it to my wife.
Oh boy.
Okay, let's listen to it now.
Throw it out.
I got the key to the city. Does this open a bank vault? No. There's no money. No money. Hey, you think it's going to rain? No. I don't either. I am so thrilled.
The bass voice,
Yeah.
a guy named Bobby Russo. And the guy with the high voice, Pete Gutowski. Unbelievable.
Let's see if
Sounded
you can
like
sing
this.
You ready to sing this?
Lorraine, my love, please answer me true. If I were to ask, could I marry you? Would you laugh when I say that I love you, Lorraine. Oh, you like that, Mick?
That's absolutely perfect.
Unbelievably fun. And, she was my girlfriend in the 5th grade, and she's been my girlfriend ever since. She's still my girlfriend, and we're married 46 years, 2 children and 4 grandchildren.
Absolutely fabulous. Hey, Paul, you remember those days well, huh?
Like yesterday, Mickey.
Do you remember where you recorded the song?
Well, the studios were all over. I remember. Let's see, was Charlie with us? Charlie Laverne?
Yes. I really don't know where they were recorded.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I don't
Oh my God!
Exactly.
It was in a basement. No, it was in a basement.
Uh-huh.
The tokens office was right above us.
Oh, okay. Well, wherever it was,
I don't know.
you did it. You
We
did it well.
Wow. Hey, Paulie,
Yeah, Rick.
these are great memories. Remember Whaley Lake?
Oh man, I still. You know what? I came across some pictures of us. You were riding a horse. Rick was always the leader of the pack. He'd be on a horse and he'd be going 100 miles an hour, and I just looked at this big dog, and couldn't believe how big a horse was. Rick didn't care; he just jumped on and went 100 miles an hour on him.
Ah, that's great.
But that's Ric Mango.
We're talking to Paul from Ricky and the Vassels. You see the picture up there, Ricky and the Vassels, and there's another shot of you guys. If you take a look at it right now, and it's coming up. Let's see on our screen, Ricky and the Vassels, and there you are. I guess that's an old picture,
Yeah.
with a little bit of the light bulb going off on a drum set or something, or whatever it was. Hey, Paul, we want to thank you for bringing back some fantastic memories right here with Ric Mango and Mickey B on Madhouse TV, and thank you for your enthusiasm into the entertainment business.
You'll always be a Vassell, Paul.
Always, yeah, always brothers.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for calling. Take care.
You take care of yourself.
Bye-bye.
Take care, Punch.
I'll tell you, it's great when you
Always called me Punch
called you Punch.
from childhood.
Yeah,
Yeah. I walked into school, and in Valley Stream, I was a Brooklyn kid.
Right.
I got to just tell you this quickly. I went to school in the 5th grade. I came to school, I had white bucks, black pants, a white thin belt, a black shirt, and Vaseline hair with a square back. When I walked into the classroom, everybody thought I was from junior high school because all the boys, they looked like they fell through an awning, who had checkered pants, who had a plaid shirt. I mean, they had penny loafer shoes. So like I was like a freak, because I came from Brooklyn, and that's the way we looked in Brooklyn. But the girls, they got it. The boys, they didn't get it. They got it. The girls got it.
Ricky, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a little break. When we come back, we got some more history with you. We got some things from Long Beach. I guess we're going to wind up maybe talking to more of your friends on the history of Ric Mango, and it happens right after this on Madhouse TV on the Mickey B Jukebox Review. Don't go away.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.
Hey, I'm Tom Mealy from the Harrison Law Group. Soft tissue injury, that's no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. Don't waste valuable time going to firms who don't get it and can't do it. Call 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
Huntington Toyota, the experience of a lifetime. Don't take our word for it.
The experience for me at Huntington Toyota made me feel very comfortable.
It's their professionalism, their honesty, and their integrity. I've bought at least 9 or 10 cars here at Huntington Toyota. They give me the best price around.
It never was about high pressure. It never was about them. It was always about us.
Today's cars are very similar, but Huntington Toyota is very different.
Huntington Toyota, where it's all about you.
Like so many people, are your finances tight lately? Afraid to open your mail or even answer your phone? Well, take heart. You don't have to live like that. If you're 62 or older and own your own home, you can join the thousands of folks who have used safe and effective government-insured reverse mortgages. The government-insured reverse mortgages from Long Island's Senior Reverse Network allow you to stay in your home and turn equity into tax-free cash. Our government-insured reverse mortgages can eliminate mortgage payments, credit card balances, or just improve your lifestyle. Do yourself a favor and solve these problems now. Call the Senior Reverse Network, and our advisors will answer all of your questions about our reverse mortgage programs. We've helped scores of senior Long Island homeowners like you who now enjoy a worry-free retirement. Get the financial security and peace of mind you've dreamed about. Pick up the phone and call us at the Senior Reverse Network now to set up a free consultation.
Call 1-800-985-REVERSE. That's 1-800-985-7383.
Dad, where do babies come from?
Well, there's Dad's big, shiny rocket ship. That's right, it's filled with babies. Babies of all kinds. And when the shiny rocket ship penetrates, Mommy and Dad goes, and when the time is just right, there's a space launch.
All systems go.
Babies of all kinds. Released all over the place. Yeah, Africa. Mommy's Babylandia. That's right, it's filled with babies. After an amazing 9 months, babies. And that, son, is where babies come from.
But Jake said babies come from
Planet Babylandia.
You know, play with us on the bus.
Wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. Wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town.
We're back live right here on the Mickey B Jukebox Review on Madhouse TV every Tuesday night from 8 to 9. We relive the memories of course, the great music, the legendary music of the oldies. We call it the oldies. And we got a guy here who's not really that old. He's just about, I don't know, a year older than me, I guess, right?
We're under 70.
We're under 70 right now. And we got another guy on the phone that, I don't know what his age is, but I'll tell you one thing. One of the greatest guitar players, or what did you,
Steel
Johnny
guitar.
Farina, what did you call that instrument you played?
Steel guitar.
It's a steel guitar.
The steel guitar. We heard Sleepwalk, man. Everybody was saying, what is that sound, you know?
Yeah, it's a very unique instrument, and it's a beautiful instrument, you know. But I have to say that my dad loved that guitar, and that's why I played it, and my brother played it. But I must say I'm really enjoying the show, seeing Rick up there, and he looks good, man. He looks like the man. He looks like Superman.
He looks good, huh?
Yeah.
You know, tell him why you call me Superman. This is.
I call Rick Superman because I don't know anybody that could do what he's done with his life as far as been through so much and has survived. And only a man that's got superpowers can do that. So I call him Superman. The only thing that can bother him is probably a little kryptonite.
You know, Johnny, when you talk about what Rick has gone through, I mean, Rick could tell us between those motorcycle accidents and cars turning over and the World Trade building you've been down to and your health condition with the cancer that, thank God that you're doing well with today, Ricky. We always pray for you. Everybody prays for you for your health. And you're like one of those cats out there that has 9 lives.
Yeah, actually, I must have been twin cats because I'm like in the 13th life.
Yeah, 13th.
Johnny Farina and I, tell him where we met.
We actually met years and years ago in Brooklyn at I believe it was like a confraternity dance.
St.
Church, right?
St. Michael's. St. Michael's.
St. Michael's, okay. And
it was me, him, and Johnny.
What happened was it was funny because we had Sleepwalker #1, and all of a sudden this kid comes over with a leather jacket, a motorcycle jacket on, and he says, "You know who I am?" And I looked at him. I said, "No, I don't know who you are." He says, "I'm Ric Mango." And I say, as I said in Brooklyn, only I have to clean it up, "Who the F is Ric Mango?" He looked at me and he just told me. I said, "All right." And ever since that time, we've been friends.
That's tremendous. You know, you talk about Sleepwalk and all the other great songs that you did. That song has been in movies and movies and movies and radio stations. And
it's in a new movie right now.
Another new movie. What movie's in it now?
Conjuring, which was like the #1 movie in America, or at least it was last week, according to box sales. And
it's like it's a takeoff on not a takeoff, but it's similar to like the Amityville Horror. It's about a family that's haunted, and they actually use the version of Sleepwalk instead of the instrumental, which is always being used. They actually used the vocal version, which people didn't know it had words, but so they put a little of that in there, which was nice. It's on Criminal Minds, and it's also on a commercial for Got Milk. So it's been a good year for me.
Been pretty good for you. You wrote the song, right, Johnny?
I wrote it with my brother Santo, yes.
Right. Now let me ask you this. To your best ability, how many movie pictures has this been in?
Over 35, I'd say.
Over 35 movies.
75.
75?
I don't know about 75. I'd say
I thought you said
35, 36 movies.
Wow, that's something. And that's unbelievable because it's an instrumental.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a song that when somebody said a long time ago, as a matter of fact, the guy's name is Robbie Walliver, he said, he did an interview with me, and he said it's a movie that can be for any time. It's not like when you hear Celine Dion singing the song from Titanic, you visualize a ship singing, but when you hear Sleepwalk, it could be in Eddie and the Cruisers, it could be in La Bamba, it could be in 12 Monkeys, it could be in Stephen King's Sleepwalkers, on and on, Mermaids and things like that. But it's just an iconic song, you know, and we were very, sometimes people ask, how'd you write the song? Well, we wrote the song, there's really no answer. It's just like when an artist will paint a magnificent painting. He gets the brush, dips it in there, and makes that stroke. It just comes from within, you know. You don't plan it, it just happens.
Well, you probably did the most played instrumental of all time history is Sleepwalk. Just amazing.
I would have to say that. But I really want to talk more. I really appreciate talking about Sleepwalk, but I want to talk about Ric's successful show that he had in Westbury and Long Beach, how everybody just loves him. I told him he shouldn't pull the plug and stop, you know, because he loves it. He really does love it, you know. What do you think?
Let me tell you something. I would love Ric Mango to go on forever, but Ric has an agenda, I guess, and we got to pull him out of the agenda every once in a while. But I want to tell you something that's more important, or something that hit me that I didn't even believe. Ric and myself were talking about the Long Beach show for about 3 weeks before it happened.
Yeah.
And I appreciated that Ric said, Mickey, I want you to introduce me up on stage.
That was wonderful, yeah.
Yeah, and we did that. But here's something that's more important. Here's more important. Not only is Ric a great entertainer, but Ric is a great family guy.
Family guy. I mean, he's a wonderful husband. He's a wonderful dad. He's a wonderful grandfather. He's a giver. He loves his children. He loves his wife, and he's just a real family man. And he has a heart of gold. And you know, at first, I mean, Johnny Meister and I were best friends, and we used to hear Ric's stories all the time. And every time Ric would leave us, we used to say, "Now, could that be true?" But I tell you, all his stories, as crazy as they are, all those things happen to this guy. I'm telling you, that's why I say he's the Superman that I know.
All right, Johnny, let me finish up on something I wanted to say. Yeah. I wanted to just say this important fact. When Ric went back to Long Beach, we have to remember that it was supposed to be done a week before it happened, but we had a big rainstorm.
Right.
On that
he was supposed to play.
On that Monday night.
Right.
Now, what a lot of people didn't know is that when Ric went on that stage, they didn't know that he had to go to a hospital the following morning to Sloan to find out about a test if his cancer came back. And let me tell you something. I didn't know that either until the show was over.
Right.
And then he told me. And then I got a call the next day that I'm cancer-free.
Right.
So this is the kind of man.
Good to him, let me tell you.
This is the kind of man Ric Mango is. Right. He didn't cancel that show out, knowing that he had to go into a hospital the following day. He went through with that show as nobody even knew about this hospital.
Right.
And then came out of it and gave us the fabulous news. God bless you, Ric Mango.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
And Johnny,
he's a good guy, man. He's just a good guy, and he's real. He's real. That's what I can say about him. And you know, an entertainer, as you know, the show must go on. It's not. I mean, there's a lot of people today. You know, a lot of young artists today that, you know, if their cupcake is a little stale, they can't go on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They have so many issues that they have to be pampered. We come from the old school and the old days that you just went on. You just went on. It didn't matter. You don't feel good? People don't want to know that. You just got to do your show. That's it.
Absolutely. And Johnny, continued success to you, because you're one of the rock and roll legends of all time, you and your brother. And, of course, God bless you, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
I would like to see you, yes. Thank you.
Okay,
I'll give you the $50 tomorrow. Thanks for the nice words.
All right, man. I'm going to send it.
Take care of yourself.
Ciao.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, he's a good guy. We're good friends.
Unbelievable.
You know, we all, him and Johnny Maestro and I, and the guy Matt Giordano, who, you know,
Right.
who is Matty is, every show I ever did, Matty picked all of my material.
Mhm.
He's got a great gift. But Johnny, Matty, you know, and Johnny Farina, we're always together. We were always together, you know.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a little break. When we come back, we're going to go back to Long Beach on your farewell show to a great area, raising money to help the people of course, from the Sandy storm. So let's take a little break. When we come back, you're going to catch that right here with Mickey B and Ric Mango. Don't go away.
When your cable's on the fritz, you get frustrated. When you get frustrated, your daughter imitates. When your daughter imitates, she gets thrown out of school. When she gets thrown out of school, she meets undesirables. When she meets undesirables, she ties the knot with undesirables. And when she ties the knot with undesirables, you get a grandson with a dog collar. Don't have a grandson with a dog collar. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. When your cable company keeps you on hold, you get angry. When you get angry, you go blow off steam. When you go blow off steam, accidents happen. When accidents happen, you get an eye patch. When you get an eye patch, people think you're tough. When people think you're tough, people want to see how tough. And when people want to see how tough, you wake up in a roadside ditch. Don't wake up in a roadside ditch. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. When you pay too much for cable, you throw things. When you throw things, people think you have anger issues. When people think you have anger issues, your schedule clears up. When your schedule clears up, you grow a scraggly beard. When you grow a scraggly beard, you start taking in stray animals. And when you start taking in stray animals, you can't stop taking in stray animals. Stop taking in stray animals. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
All right, we're back right here with Mickey B, the Prince of Rock and Roll, with Ric Mango. And Rick, I tell you, it's great. You get Johnny Farina calls in, talks about the old days. You get your guy Paul who calls back the Vassels. But what I want to do right now is go to Long Beach. I want to go to the show that you just did only a couple of weeks back. Tell us a little bit about it. You did Long Beach for many years, right?
First of all, I want to thank you because, you know, you helping me put that together. I retired a year before that, and I've been performing in Long Beach since 1985, every summer. And I have a really nice following and a lot of people, and people from all over Long Island. You know, it's not just Long Beach. As far out as the Hamptons come to my concerts. They come from, you know, Nassau all the way out to the Hamptons. They come to the shows. And they called me and said, you know, we know you're retired. We're all at Westbury. But we're going to open Long Beach because of the devastation from Sandy. And we thought it would be great if you was the first act to perform on the beach, you know, after Sandy. And I said, absolutely yes. And I called my band, who I hadn't worked with in over a year, and said, you guys want to do this, but it's, you know, we're giving all the money back all the money's going to the Sandy rebuilding of Long Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in my band said positively, you know. So we did the concert for free. And one of the week before, it was scheduled for the first, we got rained out. Gary Bonds, Johnny Farina, and a guy named Danny Rodriguez. He's the guy.
That's great.
You know Danny.
Of course, New York.
Well, he was
officer.
okay. He was going to sing the national anthem. So Johnny Farina was booked on the 8th. He couldn't come. Gary Bonds was booked on the 8th. He couldn't come. And Danny had a family emergency. He couldn't come.
But don't say who sang the Star Spangled Banner.
So I needed somebody to sing the Star Spangled Banner. So I asked my grandson, who's 7 years old, but he sings unbelievable. Now, Mickey, you were there.
Of course.
He got a standing ovation from like 2,500 people.
You know, we could do that first. You want to see him singing that?
Yes.
Let's do that clip of 2A first.
That's Little Mr.
Let's
Carter.
watch Little Mr. Carter right now.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rattling, the balls bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
You got it from Grandpa! Thank you, guys!
That's absolutely
are we live?
beautiful. We're live
We're live?
right now.
I got to call him because I swam with him all day today. I was in the
Uh-huh.
pool with him and my grandson, Jack. Give him a call.
What is the number?
821. You got to dial 1 first.
Okay,
right?
hold on
Or
one
9?
second,
What do you do?
1, get. Next.
821
Right.
0383.
Okay.
He's so adorable, talented, like unbelievable. Vibrato at 7 years old. Nobody, you know. If not, hello?
Hi. I see you on TV.
Oh yeah, you were fabulous. Everybody here loves you.
I see you.
Say hello to Mickey B.
Hi, Mr. Carter. How are you doing?
Good.
That was fantastic. What a great job on that Star Spangled Banner.
You guys are doing a good job on the show.
We're doing a good job on the show. Well, thank you, little Mr. Carter. What did you do all day today?
On the TV is going a little bit behind.
It goes behind. That's
So
for
I
security.
love you.
I love you too.
You're doing a good job on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
He's 7 years old.
He's a
That's
pro, so
little
he's
Mr. Carter.
going to take after you, right?
You want to know something? I've been singing a lot of years, and I was not that good at 7 years old.
Uh-huh.
The kid's got vibrato. He's got control. He knows when to breathe for notes. And you hear the power? Just a little guy.
Would you want him to continue in this business, in the
No.
music business? No.
No. No.
And what
He's-
happens if he wants to? What are you
Well,
going to
if he wants to, that would be his choice. But he's so gifted in so many ways. At 6 years old, he was designing roller coasters for real, and he knows the heights and speeds of every roller coaster in the entire country. And then I'm telling you, he's brilliant. He's a great actor. He's got body language. He's a great talent.
Just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Rick, what I want to do is go back to Long Beach because they presented you with a key to the sound. There's a lot of people got up there and gave accolades to you, and I want people to hear about that. Let's go to that clip right now.
I got the key to the city! Does this open a bank vault? No. There's no money. No money. Hey, you think it's gonna rain? No! I don't either. I don't either. I am so thrilled. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Long Beach. I didn't know it was a real kid.
We go back a long time. I just want to tell you about this fella. Closer?
Yes.
To you?
No, to the mic.
I love you, Rick. Ladies and gentlemen, more than 30 years, this man has brought happiness to so many. He's an institution. He's part of our city. And I want to tell you, when he first came down and he played, we had thousands of people on the beach. I said almost as much as the polar bears swim. But the answer really is, this man is known and loved. But nobody knows the other side of this man and the heart that he has for all the charitable things that he has done over the years. I want to tell you, he's given so much more to so many people. Other than his talent, his goodness, his good heart, and his love for people. I'm so happy to have you as part of Long Beach. You are part of Long Beach. And I have a resolution from the state of New York honoring you, Rick, for all the happiness and all the goodness that you've given to so many. God bless you, and thank you for being here.
It's the bill for the pizza they brought to my dressing room.
Just one more. Hi, I'm Eileen Goggin, everyone from the City Council. Welcome. Thanks for coming out. We're so happy that Ric Mango has come out of retirement to be here with us tonight. And on behalf of the City Council, I want to present Rick with a proclamation. And we're declaring July 25th, 2012, Ric Mango Day. Now you may ask, why that day, 2013? Rick was supposed to perform on that day. That was supposed to be his last concert. But he was sick, and his band came nevertheless, and Tommy led the band, and they were great. But that was the day he was supposed to perform. Then the storm came, as we all know, and now Rick has come out of retirement to perform tonight for his last concert. So not only is July 25th, 2012, Ric Mango Day, also today, July 8th, 2013, is Ric Mango Day. So let's give him a round of applause. And also, one more special treat. On behalf of the city and the City Council, we're presenting Rick and his band with free season passes to the beach so he can enjoy the beach and everyone else can enjoy it. So,
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Give me something, baby.
Ric Mango in Long Beach on his retirement from, of course, the Long Beach entertainment business. How many shows did you do for these people in Long Beach?
I did, well, between 2 and 3 a year since 1985. And, you know, it was just amazing because it was two of the biggest thrills of my life came from Long Beach. I mean, you know, being in a group like Jay Black and the Americans is, you know, you get great accolades, even with Ricky and the Vassels and whatever. But there was a little girl who came to all my shows since she was 3 years old, and she used to wear a T-shirt that said a mangoette. She was a mangoette. And her mom came to me and said that she was going in for a serious brain operation. And they asked her, some foundation, I'm not sure if it was Make-A-Wish or whoever, said, if you could have anything you want, you know, because they thought it was a high-risk operation. She said, if I could have anything, I'd want Ric Mango to be standing next to my bed when I wake up. So her parent, they asked me, and I told them I would do it as long as there was no TV, radio, or news coverage. I'll go, but just I want to be there. And when that little girl woke up in recovery, she looked up with one eye because her head was bandaged. And she said, I knew God would send you.
Isn't that unbelievable? It's amazing. That's the kind of guy you are, Rick. You did a lot. You did a lot for a lot of people.
I get emotional because this little girl.
You
had to see her.
You know, when we talk about Ric Mango, I mean, I could go on for hours and hours, but all the contributions you did for charities, for our soldiers, for autism, for Cooley's anemia.
I was a chairperson for Cooley's with Burt Young, the guy from the Rocky movies. You know, Burt Young was a great help to me in raising money. And what's really weird is, we'll get to this later, but I've been a chairperson and fundraiser for autism for 47 years, never thinking that one day down the road, I now have a grandson who has autism. And it's, you know, whoever knew. But it's actually turned out to be good because I know so much. I caught him. I got that bug. I know so much about it from over the years that it was a help to me. We'll get to that later on because I started a foundation with my...
I want to talk about it. I don't want to leave it for later, and I'll tell you why, because there's so much that happens on this show that for later, all of a sudden comes very, very fast.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the Autism Foundation. I want to talk about what's going to be happening. You got 2 guitars here that are autographed by everybody. I mean, the world has autographed these guitars. And I'd like to, let's see if we hand it in here.
Can you get this?
I mean, some of those people are just amazing.
To give you an idea, the signatures on here, Jay Black, Gary Puckett, Jimmy Beaumont, Frankie Valli, Chris Montez, Paul Anka, Neil Sedaka, Connie Francis, Larry Chance. By the way, Larry's expecting he's going to call in here in a few minutes. The Tokens, Tommy James and the Shondells, Johnny Farina, both guitars.
Paul Anka.
Brenda Lee. Brenda Lee. I'm still in contact with Brenda.
Yeah.
You know,
Brenda, we did a Patchwork Theater.
She's incredible. She's incredible. So we got Gary Bonds, who is a good friend of mine.
Tony Orlando.
Every single autograph on the guitar is every single autograph. I have a photograph of every single celebrity signing the guitar. We have 2 guitars. They're going to be auctioned off, along with Mark Anthony was kind enough to sign a Timbolito skin.
Right.
And can you take that, please?
When is it Mark Anthony? Matter of fact, we have Mark Anthony signing that. If we take a look at one of the pictures that we have, number 8 on my list of pictures, there he is. Mark Anthony signing
he signed.
What do we call it? A Timbolito?
Timbolito.
Timbales.
Yeah. He plays them. So he took the skin off right after a concert in Colombia, South America.
Right.
And he took the photograph and they sent everything to me.
That was great. Now, Rick, tell me a little bit about autism. When is this going to happen, these auctions?
It's going to take place a year from this October because we are now a corporation. We have our non-for-profit. You know, we're just waiting for paperwork to get in order and our website to come up. What we're doing is our mission is to have children with autism have memories beyond therapy and doctors and so on. As they grow up, their memories of a childhood shouldn't always be just medical things. So We find that by vacations and trips and things with their families, they move forward and they don't forget those memories. It's something that's so important. Every day shouldn't be doctors and therapy and so on. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to help families do things that they can't afford to do, and it's going to be a really
And we'll keep
cause.
them informed as we get closer and closer to
Positive.
the auction, to the autism function. We'll do it right through here, right through Madhouse and all,
Positively.
okay?
My guys, Madhouse.
Here's what I'm going to do right now. You talk about Jay and the Americans, right? Now, you've been with Jay and the Americans back, you were 15 years old. Tell us a little bit about that.
You have a photograph of me at 15?
I have a picture. I have a picture of Jay and the Americans with Rick going back. Let me see if I can find that picture. I put it together on number 3. Picture number 3. There you are.
Look, that's me at the bottom of the picture. I was 15 years old. That's Kenny Vance.
Right.
And Jay is the guy on the right, far right.
Mm-hmm.
I got in Jay and the Americans because Howie Kirschenbaum got drafted into the Army, and they needed somebody to take his place because they had just signed a bunch of tours and whatever, and I fit in Howie's uniforms. So they took me into Jay and the Americans. Sandy Yaguda was my manager. He managed Ricky and the Vessels.
Right.
And he took me in, and for some ungodly reason, as crazy as Jay Black was, he just took me under his wing, and that's it. I wasn't allowed to do anything.
You did so much.
He was like a father.
We could talk about Jay and the Americans and you with Jay for days on just
Right.
on shows and traveling and all. But I got a nice picture here. If we could pick it, let's see if we can get this
That's
shot.
what we
of it.
look like now.
This is at Westbury Music Fair, I believe, right?
That's Jay and I now, opposed to what you just saw. I was 15.
Uh-huh. Good shot right there.
In that 15-year-old picture, Jay was 22 when I was 15.
22.
And when you're 15, a 22-year-old guy is an old guy.
He's just unbelievable. Jay's better than ever. Now, what happened was that night, he surprised everybody because in Long Beach, he popped up and he came up on stage and he did a couple of songs with you.
Unbelievable.
And he sounded better than ever. I mean, I've seen Jay so many times.
He
but
still does Caramia in the original key of C, which is
Unbelievable, right?
ridiculous, 74 years old.
Tell you what I have right now. I got him on stage at Westbury Music Fair doing that song. Watch this.
All right, let me try it. Each time we part, my heart wants to
It was the internet.
TV, internet.
We're back here live with Mickey B and Ric Mango, and I got the man on the phone right now, Jay Black. How are you doing?
I'm hanging in there.
You are hanging in. We're here with Ric Mango, and of course, Rick had joined you guys at about 15 years old when both of you had dark hair. And
He was only a kid.
He was only a kid, and today we're all gray,
Yeah, well, that's what happens. I mean, I'd like to find a guy 150 so I could tell people I'm middle-aged.
Yeah. Hey, how was it? You talk about Ric Mango. I catch you at shows just like his Long Beach retirement, and you came up and at Westbury Music Fair, and you come up on stage, you do this song, and you sound better than ever. And Rick gets up there and you do "Let It Be Me," which is a great song. And
Well, we were doing that for years and years, Rick and I. And Long Beach was his retirement show. He called me and asked me to come there, and the people really responded. Were you there, Mitch?
Oh yes, I'm the guy who brought you up on stage.
You heard what I said. My voice outlasted all my other organs.
Don't get crazy.
No,
That happens to be a good thing
yeah.
because, you know, millions of women want to hear me sing. Not one of them wants to be with me otherwise.
The guys right here at the TV place, Mad TV, Tom and Tom, they want to thank you for that autographed album. Remember when I came and you signed that album for them?
Yeah.
They said thank you very much. They're hanging you on the wall.
Listen, don't hang me. Hang the album.
So listen, you have a big show coming up again, right? Another one soon.
At Westbury?
At Westbury.
Yeah, they call it Kings of the 60s. It's my old pal Bill Medley and I. Bill's opening for me. You know, Bill and I were the first guys ever to open for the Beatles in America. Their first show in Washington, D.C., February 11th, 1964.
He remembers everything.
They were booing me and booing him.
Don't tell him what you
I
said.
only had 2 hits. And I threw out a few 4-letter words, which nobody had ever heard in 1964. And Harrison came over to me afterwards and said, "Excuse me, are you Jay Black?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "The Ronettes told me you were a bloody madman."
That's unbelievable.
I guess that's what I am.
Jay, what was your favorite Jay and the American song? Which one did you like the best that you did?
Well, you know, honestly, it wasn't my biggest hit. You know, my signature songs, Caramia and Magic Moment, those are the 2 biggest hits. But my favorite one was the one that I really, besides Caramia, had to fight them to get me to do was Some Enchanted Eve.
Yeah,
what a great song.
That brought back memories of when I was a kid. My mom and dad, God rest their soul, they took me to see South Pacific, and Ezio Pinza sang it. And I loved the song, never dreaming that I would have a hit with it years and years later. And they didn't believe it could possibly be a hit. And I signed something that I wouldn't change any of the lyrics. All I would do is, you know, pick up the tempo. And I love that song.
What did he think
That
of me?
was great.
What did he think of me at Westbury?
Now, what did you think of Ric Mango at Westbury?
It's always been great. Ric's been great. That's why I took him with me when he was a young kid.
Yeah. And now he retires.
He retired, yep.
And he's going to relax. He's going to come to watch you on the stage and sit in the audience.
Yeah, well, sometimes I bring him up.
Yeah.
I spoke to my little boy. You know, I had a kid when I was 45 years old. He was 30 yesterday. My son, Bo, really can sing. I mean, unbelievable. And he lives in L.A. In fact, he's got 3 commercials that are on television. And he said his wife's going to Spain, and he's coming into New York. And I told him to come to Westbury and come up. You know, we do a duet with Crying.
Yeah.
In fact, I was the first guy to ever cover a Roy Orbison song. I had a hit with Crying. And he does a song called Into the Night. You remember that Benny Mardona song?
Yes.
Yeah, he does it great, Bo. So
Hey.
it should be a great show.
It's going to be fabulous. Jay, we want to thank you for calling us tonight.
Hey, it's my pleasure. Rick, good luck. I speak to Rick all the time.
Yeah, that's
We
my boy.
know each other, you know, for, let's see, how many years? We go back to 1964. 1963.
My God.
Long time.
That's 50 years.
Long time.
Pretty scary.
Yeah, but I still love you, even though you're crazy.
You love me even though I'm crazy. How come none of my ex-wives say that?
Jay, God bless you. Continue success
Hey,
to you.
God bless you, too. Thanks for still keeping this music alive.
And we'll speak to you soon. Thank you, Jay.
Okay. Take care, both of you.
Bye-bye
Okay,
now.
ciao.
Feel good. Bye-bye.
Jay Black, just a wonderful guy. Ric Mango, it's unbelievable how time passes by. So what we're going to have to do is part 2 one day of the Ric Mango story and continue with some of the exciting things that you have done. But I want to thank you very much for being on the Mickey B Jukebox Review. And
I'm coming back with the autism thing. This way,
absolutely.
you promised that you would help me and my daughter.
Absolutely. You know that.
Because
for
it's
sure.
going to be a wonderful, wonderful.
Whatever we have to do, we do.
You
know
got
that.
it.
Ric
And I want to
Mango.
thank Madhouse TV. You guys are wonderful. Thank you. I hope they got a good view of me instead of, I got bad sides.
You got
Hard to
bad sides.
twist. You got me? All right, Lorraine, I'm coming home and I haven't had dinner.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So stir something up. I want to thank Matty Giordano. He is this my right-hand man, and he's the most musical person I've ever met, and he doesn't sing and he doesn't entertain, and he's just got great ears and he knows what's a hit. If we're still running, it doesn't matter, but he brought me She Believes in Me 2 years before Kenny Rogers recorded it.
Really?
And yeah, he gave it to me. It was done by Wayne Newton, and it bombed. And he said, Ricky, you should do the song, make the song. And I said, if it bombed for Wayne Newton, Kenny Rogers didn't change a thing.
Okay. Ric Mango, Mickey B, Madhouse TV.
This is a Christmas, all of us together. Johnny Maestro, who I miss tremendously, Johnny Farina, the Brooklyn Bridge, the Del Satins, they're all here.
Okay.
Okay?
Until the next time, from Mickey B, Ric Mango, and of course Frankie D down in Florida, God bless all of you. We'll see you next week on Madhouse TV, Mickey B's Jukebox Review. So long.
Good night.